Alright, hello all. Welcome back to the Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video here. So we had a data download last night. And very curiously, we actually had two of the characters. I mean, we obviously don't know how many we're about to receive, but two of the characters we're about to get within the next very soon. Let me put it that way. Very soon. So I actually, I just got up. I saw this on Twitter that these guys were in here, and I haven't seen what they can do yet. But I do actually want to, real quick before we jump into their kits, because obviously we're going to do the full breakdown and the defensive calcs in here. I actually wanted to talk about a few things. So we did actually also, and shout out to Proton here. I have no clue how you even find these. So I would not be able to show this on screen without Proton. So shout out to the data download master here. So we do have the limited time boosts for AGLR Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Strength LR Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, and AGL LR Super Baby 2. Obviously, these guys are all from the 4th anniversary of the game, with Vegeta Goku being Dokkan Fest, and Baby being a Yellow Coin LR. Now, these actually seem to be very impressive buffs. I mean, 1700? Are you kidding me? So they should actually be very interesting to use. I don't know if I'm honestly going to do def calcs for them, though, to be completely honest. These guys should be very basic. All of these sort of limited time buffs have been very basic. Most of their defense, because they're so old, has just literally been like the phase 1 and any SA effect increase. You should be able to really tell with just a glance what they get up to. I mean, I might do Baby. I don't know, because doesn't Baby have phase 2? I think Baby might have some phase 2 defense, but Goku and Vegeta, I mean, they literally just have their SA effect, so I'm not sure. I might not do any of them, but I mean, they are here. I'm definitely gonna have to get them in some showcases. I think they might actually be up right now. But I want to wait until, well, presuming I get the new LRs. I want to wait until I get them, right? So that's not the only interesting thing here, though. I did also, well, I mean, these two are sort of related. If we scroll up here a little bit, and I forget exactly where I saw this. Okay. So this is GMT, right? And I'll I don't want to spoil myself on Pan just yet, but I did actually see that Dokkan kind of goofed, and I'll make sure to point this out when we're on Pan's page. Apparently, and the data could just be a placeholder time, so do keep that in mind. But in the data for the game, obviously, it does show Pan and I believe Nouva Shenron's release time is at 8 a.m. my time. Now, the stream is at 5 a.m. my time. By the time I'm recording this, it is nearly 7:30. So, I mean, we're 22 and a half hours out from the stream itself. And then apparently only 25 and a half hours out from the characters actually dropping in game. So we may not have to wait an entire day. It may just be a couple hours. We'll have to wait and see how everything gets handled tomorrow, obviously. But I wanted to point that out. And I did also see, very curiously, I saw someone say, because I was just on Twitter for a moment, I saw the data download was here. Apparently, Pan is not a free-to-play. Apparently, she awakens from the new Omega medal, so she's the banner unit on his banner, I guess. I mean, we'll have to wait and see. I don't know why she's even in here. I mean, Nova is also a little weird, but at least a free-to-play LR kind of makes more sense than one of the banner units. So I don't know. We'll have to see. But regardless, I'm gonna jump in. We're gonna start with Nova first. I mean, he's an LR. I'm actually kind of excited for him. Banner units. I mean, they can be really good. They've had a lot of pretty good ones recently, but I mean, they've also had like, look at the Universe 6v7 tournament, right? I mean, Piccolo and Boda, whatever his name is, or Magetta, whatever the damn robot's name is. So we're gonna start with Nova, then we'll go into Pan, and we'll do the breakdown, and then we'll do the Def Calcs. So let's do this. What we got here? Okay, so Shadow Dragon on the Righteous Path. So I could be wrong, but I think, it says on the Righteous Path. I believe he's actually supposed to be, because there's a moment where like, and there's actually a card for this already in the game. It's a physical banner unit that came out, I think, actually with Int TUR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, I think is where he came out. But essentially, that card is super. I think this guy is supposed to be from the same like moment. I could be wrong, but where like he tries to he turns against Omega. So I mean he's an extreme class where the other one's super. So maybe I'm incorrect about that. I don't know. Leader skill, Shadow Dragon Saga, category key 3, HP attack and defense 80% up. Flame Shot, raises attack and defense by 44% for 1 turn, possible damage enemy. Okay, pretty good. Burst Attack, raise attack and defense by 44% for 4 turns, causes mega colossal damage to enemy. But you know what? Before I go any further, hold on. I am not doing this shit again. Hold on. Did they sneak any fucking equips in here? Because they got me with the rosés last time. When I checked in here, and it was, I checked characters. I'm opening character. I'm opening fucking category, card. Hold on. I need to know if if any of the characters are gonna have like raw defense or anything. I need to know that sort of thing. So hold on. Let me check this real quick. Okay, so not in here. Oh boy. I mean, Shadow Dragon Saga already had orbs, so it doesn't really help, I suppose. Does he have specific ones? Is there anyone new in here? Because I swear if I find out there's defense orbs again. He does. Okay. I'm glad I checked this. Alright, we're gonna open this. We'll look at this in a moment. I had to make sure. Oh, wait. I had to make sure I didn't get baited again, because I don't want to have to do. I mean, it was fun to see just how much of an increase they got, but I don't want to have to do them again, right? So I mean, at least it's only one character so far here, which I do like that it's in separate batches this time around. So I don't have to do 80 characters in one day to download. Raises attack and defense by 44% for 4 turns, mega colossal damage to enemy. Okay, I mean, it's pretty decent. They're pretty basic, but pretty decent. Basic effects. Key 4, attack and defense 144% up. When there is another Shadow Dragon Saga category ally attacking in the same turn, or a Shadow Dragon Saga category enemy, he gets key 4, chance of forming critical hit, 44% up. When facing only one enemy, or when all allies attacking in the same turn are extreme class characters, key 4 launches 2 additional attacks, each of which has a high chance of becoming a super attack. Okay, that's pretty good. When attacking with 14 or more key, attack and defense 244% up, damage reduction rate 24% up. When attacking with when activating the active skill, or when attacking with 24 key, he gets 244% attack, chance of forming critical hit 44% up. So he 88% crit. When receiving a Key Blast super attack, nullifies it for 4 turns from character's entry turn. and then great chance of nullifying it starting from the 5th turn from the character's entry turn. So he just has a guaranteed nullification for the first 4 turns. And then from that point on, it's 70%. It's actually pretty good. Okay, that's pretty good so far. What is... Burning Spin. Massively raises attack temporarily. Ultimate damage to enemy. Disables enemy action once within the turn. So that's... I always forget the wording. I think that's the attack break, though, not Ghost Usher. I think that's attack break. And the activation can be activated when facing only one enemy whose HP is 50% or less. Once only. And he does not have big web bosses. I mean, I didn't think he would. But... Okay, so maybe it's not... I thought this was the same moment as the physical banner unit, but I guess it might not be, because the physical banner unit actually has an additional 2 categories. He has Worthy Rivals, and... I can't remember the other one he has, but this is like the tech one that's like straight up evil. Well, maybe not straight up evil, but evil. Okay, so he does have Shadow Dragons though, and GT, which, by the way, real quick, 20%, 10%. These links are going to be so important. And you got to think Omega's also going to have big web bosses on top of these. So he's going to have 20%, 10%, and then, you know, let's say another 25%, right? So in total, Omega will be able to get like 55% from just 3 links. Like, it's actually crazy, the amount of stats he'll be able to get off his links. So he does need, I'm really hoping he has some sort of like stance change, like hit or something. That way, you know, he technically transforms, but it's not like actually a transformation. That way, he is able to actually link with the strength one, which I think is all but guaranteed to super easy A here. Okay, well, I mean, yeah, see, this is where I need to really look at these. 900. 600, so we're at 1500. 2400. Okay. These are pretty good. These are, in fact, pretty good. Okay. I'm going to have to see. He only has 144%, and then the 244. I mean, his SAs are decent, but they're not exactly insane. This effect could make or break him right here, if you get the supers or not. He looks decent for a free-to-play LR. We'll need to see, obviously, what Omega does, right? Is he going to be providing a lot of support, or, you know, well, I was going to say, or something else, but no, just, like, support, but it really depends. Like, is it going to be a domain? Is it just going to be, like, phase 1, or is it going to be, like, phase 1 and a domain, right? SA phase, like, we need to see, I think, first, what Omega may or may not provide to this guy. But, I mean, he should actually hit pretty hard. You know, 244, 244. So, I mean, this looks pretty good for a free-to-play LR. You know, especially because, you know, now they don't do the stupid shit where they easy them immediately. So, I mean, he'll be able to have a resurgence at some point later down the line as well, right? So, okay. Alright, well, I think we'll have to see on this guy. I mean, obviously I do have this sort of stuff pulled up for the Def Calcs. But we'll get to those after I do Pan. I'm not sure just yet. I'm gonna need to see what exactly these numbers are up to. What is this 11,000? Okay, I mean, it's not... It's decent, I guess. I mean, it could be a decent bit higher, but, you know, with the equips, he should be pretty high up, honestly, so. And then you gotta think, like, Shadow Dragon to GT, he's pretty much guaranteed gonna have, so. Okay, I think he would be pretty good. We'll have to see, though. Let me go over to Pan, and then we'll, obviously, once again, we'll do the calcs at the end. Okay. Oh wait, actually, I did see this. I forgot the 8 a.m. Yeah, like I said. And then does she say, yep, 8 a.m. too. So that could be a placeholder time. I don't know. But, I mean, it's 3 hours after the stream. So they made you a really early surprise drop. Well, supposed to be a surprise, at least, drop. But, I mean, we'll have to see. Hopefully they do drop just 3 hours later. That'd be so cool. That'd be so cool. Because after the stream, I'm not going to be able to wait. I'll tell you what. Alright. Leader skill. GT Heroes or Hybrid Saiyans. Category key 3, HP, attack, and defense. 130% up. Okay. Maiden's Rage. Raise attack and defense for 1 turn. Supreme damage. High chance of stunning. Raises allies' defense by 20% for 2 turns. Self-excluded. That's actually pretty crazy. I mean, if she has additionals built in, or even if you go like with a hidden potential additional, right? I mean, suddenly, let's say 40%, 60%, right? 80%. I mean, I don't know if she has additionals built in. But let's say she does it, and you can still only get up to like 40%. I mean, 40% SA phase, especially for characters that don't stack, they just have 1 turn buffs. I mean, that's a true 40% increase to their defense at the start of the turn, right? So, I mean, that will actually be able to save a lot of runs if she is pretty good. So, we'll see. It's a pretty good SA effect, though, especially for a banner unit. Oh, that's pretty long. Okay, yeah, we can do that. Basic effects. Attack and defense 200% up. High chance of forming critical hit. Damage reduction rate 20% up. Randomly changes key spheres of a certain type. Strength excluded to rainbow key spheres. GT Heroes. GT Heroes. And with her leader skill, okay. Or youth category, allies key 2, attack and defense 40% up. Now, we don't know the leader skills of the new LRs yet. I've seen a lot of people throwing out like Power Beyond Super Saiyan for Gogeta. I really don't see it. Sometimes they'll have like pretty strong leader skills on these Carnival LRs, but I don't know if you guys have noticed. I feel like I've noticed that usually, even if it's like a stronger team and a bigger team, it's not like the biggest or the strongest of teams. The Carnival leader skills, I mean, they're usually not... They're very limited, and they make the characters within them very strong, although you need to have all the characters, right? So, I mean, look at, Rose. I mean, Super Bosses was shit. Now it's one of the best teams in the game, at least right now. Look at the Universe 6 girls. I mean, Universe 6, right? Go back to the 10th anniversary. We have Giant 8 Power, Universe Survival Saga, Battle of Fate, Full Power. I feel like Battle of Fate's like the one exception there. Universe Survival Saga, I mean, it got a lot of buffs, but I feel like it didn't really shift too well into the next meta. So, I mean, even that, I think, falls into the sort of pit. So I feel like Battle of Fate is like the one big standout exception we've had this year. Otherwise, I don't know. They like to make them strong and limited, and I don't... I know Gogeta looks like the next coming of Christ. I mean, we're moving up in top grossing stores and everything without, a banner, without, his details. Like, I know he looks so hype, but I would honestly myself be surprised if it's not GT Heroes. So we'll see, but I feel like her supporting, and to be fair, I mean, she is going to be Omega's banner unit, but her supporting GT Heroes, I feel like, is a sign that it is actually going to be GT Heroes as Gogeta's leader. Okay, when attacking with 12 or more key, attack and defense 200% up, damage reduction rate 20% up, so 40% damage reduction. As the second or third attacker in a turn, GT Heroes are youth category allies, attack and defense 20% up for 2 turns, so 60% support. When all allies attacking in the same turn. Yeah, this is too much. Our GT Heroes are youth. Foresees enemy super, huh? Really? Okay. That's interesting. Uh, when receiving a normal attack, damage reduction rate 20% up temporarily. Well, oh, that's you know what? That's probably meant to help her with AoEs, isn't it? Like if she's in like slot 2 or 3, and you know there's an AoE slot 1 or 2, right? I mean, if she gets hit, that's what that's for, I bet. Because I mean, post super, I mean, you're gonna have so much defense, it wouldn't matter. That's meant to help with AoEs. It's actually really good. Okay. After receiving an attack, launch 2 additional attacks, each of which has a high chance of becoming a super. Are you kidding? That's permanent. You get hit once and, yep. Starting from the second turn from character's entry turn, attack and defense 200% up, 200% attack, and this is once only. Launch 2 additional attacks, each of which has a great chance of becoming a super attack when attacking. What? When there is a GT boss or Shadow Dragon Saga category enemy performs a critical hit. Dude, is she good enough? Goddamn. What is this? Dude. Like, am I crazy? Look at this. 200%, 240, 260, 460, right? And she has 200% here, right? So, like, up to 40% damage reduction. Scouter. I mean, she's gonna be able to super 6 times, potentially 6 times, on her second appearance, and from then on, potentially 4 times. 6 of these? Dude. After her second appearance, that's so fucking crazy. What? She looks insane. Now, admittedly, I mean, once again, she has banner unit stats 9,793, not the highest, but you know, we do have like all in the family in GT. Who does I do think this character is potentially going to super easy A. So if she does, she could be a pretty good option. You know, if these guys get a sub easy A, does Super Saiyan 4 Goku have this? No, he does not. Okay. Yeah, I could not remember if he had it or not. Okay. Well, I mean, even without that, honestly, like, she'll still have GT, right? She, now, to be fair, she does need to be on full GT Hero or full Youth. But she actually looks really insane to me. I think they definitely cooked with her. I'm telling you, because I don't know what she's going to be at, like, I suppose, like, raw defensively, you know, after all the supers, but I think she's going to get very high up defensively. That's all I'll say for certain. But she actually looks very, very cracked. I'm kind of blown away, honestly. Okay, well, all right. Well, I mean, that's both these guys. Like I said, I do really need to see what this guy looks like. I really have no idea. I mean, he has big numbers, but not a lot of them. I wouldn't even call the phase 1 a big number, but the phase 2 looks pretty big. His SA effect seems decent. He can get, you know, many supers. And, you know, maybe we'll have to see what, like, Omega does for him, right? Who knows? But, I mean, also with, like, the equips. But, I mean, Pan, she actually looks really, really insane. So, I can't wait to see what these two are getting up to. But we're actually going to cut away here. We're going to get to doing the defense calcs now. We'll be right back. All right. So we are back here. I do have the defense calcs done, obviously, and we have some really good, and we have we'll need to see. I think is what we have here. So starting off with Nouva Shenron. These are under his special equips, 2400, and he can get up to 24% damage reduction. I mean, he does have a nullification, right? But I would say this is not enough. I would say that. Now, to be fair to Nova here, we don't know what Omega's gonna do. He could have a massive amount of support built in. I mean, it could literally be something as simple as like look at like Goku Black or the Vegeta forms, where they have like characters whose name includes sort of buff. Omega could literally have characters whose name includes Shenron, right? So Nova Shenron, himself, Omega. They could do Omega or Shenron, something like that. Because I suppose if it just did Shenron, it might not include the. What are the Shadow Dragons called actually? The like army? Are they going to be on here? Yes, they are. What is their actual name? I kind of forget, to be honest. Legion of Shadow Dragons. I mean, they could even just. Well, no, because then it doesn't. I don't know. They could figure something out essentially. But my overall point being there, we don't yet know what Omega or Gogeta are going to be like, so we can't really say whether or not this is going to be really good or really bad. I might slip in some more Nova Shenron. Honestly, I probably would. Maybe Pan if I don't know. I don't imagine she'll change too much, but maybe we'll see. But Nova Shenron, like if he gets like a massive buff from like Omega, I'll definitely make sure in that like calc video to slip him in. But essentially, I mean, he can get up to 3 mil defense with 24% damage reduction and the nullification, which I know sounds like a decent bit, but the bosses are just hitting harder and harder non-stop. I mean, Goku Black gets up to some like 20 some odd mil attack stat, right? So when he's fully built up, I suppose I should say, without any attack lowering, but still, it's quite a lot to deal with. So I wouldn't say this is good enough. I would say just take a look at how much he's jumping with 40% difference phase 1. I mean, we're talking a overall from third additional from both these turns. We're jumping up what 363 some odd thousand like that. And over here we're jumping up nearly 400,000, a little shy of that. So the phase 1 defense, even 40% does a massive amount for him. Obviously, Domain would do a massive amount for him. So if Omega has a lot of support, this guy could really jump up. But for right now, I think all of the free-to-play Goku Blacks might be better. I mean, you do have to run them all on like one specific team to be fair, and this guy can go on any team. But still, I don't know. I feel like maybe he could have been a bit better. But once again, we'll have to wait and see just what Omega does or does not do for him before we can make any final judgments. Then we go down to Pan here. And she has a lot of text. I just slipped it all in on one page instead of doing 2 pages. So I mean that's why it's a little crowded here. But she does quite a bit. I did figure so for her first turn, I didn't have her received attack buff because I mean she's gonna be if she's a slot 2/3 character, you're not gonna have that unless there's an AOE in slot 1, right? So I did not have that on our first turn. Then I did have this, our second appearance, sort of where she gets the 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 permanent phase 1 increase, right? She gets the temporary additional amount. So I figured what I do, include the hit received like this, right? And then, we do have specifically on the second appearance, the turn locked ones, the one turn only ones. I do have on, right under this. Because, it's otherwise she's going to have the exact same defensive value. I didn't think it really warranted having two different sections. So, she looks really good, by the way. This is a banner unit, right? And, you just look at the defense. She's getting up practically to what Nouva Shenron does. And, I did just get done saying, oh, well, this isn't enough. Well, newsflash, she has a scouter. She has 40% damage reduction. She supports allies by normally up to 80%. On the second turn specifically, up to 120%. Then she has 60% phase 1, 20% of which is for 2 turns, right? With her, she's not going to eat a super, right? Let's get that straight. But unless you get locked, you're not going to eat a super anyway. She has Rainbow Orb Changing too, by the way, right? She has everything, right? So for her specifically, I think it's fine if she can't live a super. When she has all of these tools, she's providing a lot of utility to her team. So as long as she's not locked and you can play around with where she is, the super should never be an issue. So it doesn't really matter if she can't eat one. So they cooked with her. We'll see if like Gogeta or Omega have anything special for her. I'm not sure, honestly. And she does have, like banner unit stats. So if you throw your own raw defense on her, so I don't think she will get the like special, like the LRs will get their own. Nouva Shenron has his own. I don't think she'll have that. There is that Shadow Dragon equip or story event that has equips. You can get like silver raw defenses there, and just like throw some bronze raw defense, gold raw defense, and she'll jump up quite a bit still. So also, I suppose it is worth noting, I did only calc her under GT, the 10%, because she does need to be on, full GT hero or full youth. And just considering, what we're about to enter into, I'm looking at GT heroes. I presume Gogeta will lead GT heroes, right? So a lot of the GT heroes characters don't have all in the family, right? So I just didn't really consider it for her. But she can even get that and jump up quite a bit more, right? So she's really good. Nova we'll have to see. But otherwise, that about wraps things up here. I am really excited for, obviously everything to release. We still have quite a bit to go. I'm get as much grinding in as I can today. I'll get all the stones I can, finish up some of the part 1 events. But that'll do it here. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take care.